You're listening to Turi Writers' She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. In this installment, what's more fun, going on the actual vacation or talking about it when you get back? And what if you come back with minor injuries? How was your anniversary drunken blowout in Las Vegas with your husband watching a jam band as you gamble away the household finances?
Actually, we didn't gamble hardly at all, so that's good. I think we're like $5 down or something like that. So we didn't gamble much. Our room was on the 13th floor. I thought that there weren't 13th floors in Las Vegas, but we had a beautiful view. I only threw up one night.
What?
5 times.
What?
I don't know. Okay, first I'll tell you all the good stuff.
Okay. And then we'll work our way up to the 5-time vomiting night. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and Frankie's broken toe.
Keep going.
So first of all, I will never again, as long as I live, go to a music festival that's not inside a big fancy hotel where there's clean bathrooms everywhere.
Oh, you like that, huh?
No more of those little, Johnny outdoor nasty things.
Yeah.
Yes, the bathrooms were great. It was great to just go up to our room whenever we felt like it. There was music everywhere from like noon until long after we went to bed.
Huh.
The first night I drank. And you
But
know me.
For you,
I
that's
don't
like
drink.
3 pina coladas and you're out like a doormat.
That's what it was, too.
Oh, three.
I had 3 drinks.
Ah, there you go.
From what I remember, that music was good.
I'm sure that 3 drinks helped you hate that music.
The second day, I'm going to blame the food and where we ate.
You're not blaming the 3 drinks that you had the night before at all?
No.
All right.
Because I woke up feeling fine.
Okay.
And then we had bought like we brought our big cooler full of food and drinks.
Because you learned
Like
from the
water.
$46 hamburger of last time.
Exactly.
Okay.
But we decided we wanted to have a hot lunch, so we found this little place. There was like 100 million billion restaurants in this giant complex.
And you found the one with the poison food.
Let's see, the opening band was great. The headliner was a band called Eggy.
Okay, that
EGGY.
did me no good at all. What kind of music was that?
It was a little more bluegrassy than jam band.
Okay.
But the headliner came on, and all of a sudden I started feeling really sick. And first of all,
Who was that headliner?
oh, String Cheese Incident.
Oh, okay. We've heard of them.
Yes, they were really playing like this spacey music.
Uh-huh.
And I think that that's what made me puke because I wasn't drinking. And I said, this music is making me car sick or spaceship sick or something. So I went back to the room and puked my guts out while Frankie stayed down. I said, you stay and dance. So I was sick all night the second night. Woke up in the morning. I was fine.
I have to ask you, what did you eat at this little restaurant where you got possibly sick?
I ate chicken fingers.
No wonder.
But all the music was really okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was super, super good. And I would tell you the names of the ones that I really loved, but I'm just old and I can't remember.
Okay.
But speaking of age,
Yeah.
I fit right in. I mean, I've never been in a festival full of hippies and people with walkers and cover-rounds. Every old guy had a ponytail. Everyone was great. There was maybe 3 people in their 30s, and those were the girls that wore the teeny tiny bathing suits.
Oh, God.
The rest of us were wearing practically burqas to be in the pool. It was a burqa pool time. But yeah, they had a stage out at the pool, and that was like really, 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 really cool because you could sit in a swimming pool and dance to music.
I'd be so worried. This is me, the worrier. I'd be so worried.
Lots of lifeguards.
No, that one. I'd be worried about electrocution. That's what I always go for the more obscure death if I have to choose.
No, the pool was far enough away. there was one band that I shouldn't say I really didn't like them, but I really didn't like them.
Why can't
And
you say
so,
you really didn't like them? It's our own flipping podcast. If you don't, it's not like
that's
they're going to be
true.
sponsoring it
There's
tomorrow.
only, there's only, and there's only like 6 people listening, and maybe they don't like this band either.
Yeah.
But the band's name was Moe, and Moe's
M-O-E, Mo, like Larry
Moe,
Curly.
yes,
Yeah.
and Moe.
Yeah.
They weren't singing. They were just like noodling. I don't like noodling. I want to hear my song. I want to hear rhythm and I want to hear melody. If I want to noodle, I'll go up and tune my own guitar for 6 hours. But it was fun to go pee in a bathroom and not have to walk very far.
Yeah.
It was fun to get in an elevator and be up in your room and not in a nasty tent
Cool.
rolling around in dirt.
Fair enough.
It was fun to brush your teeth.
Wee.
The people were really, really friendly and fun. Um, yes, there were still all the festival drugs were there, but people in their 70s were doing them.
That's odd.
Nobody died. But Frankie was really, really cool. I have to say, I love my husband to death, and he sought out like all the bluegrass bands because I like bluegrass.
And he also made sure you had a clean bathroom, and that's love.
It was fun. It was nice to get away.
It's
It
kind
was
of a
good to get home.
luxury experience. This is what happens when you get older. You're like, no more 2-star hotels. That was the first thing for me with the spousal unit.
Yes.
I said nothing less than 3 stars, and I've upped it since then. So this is what privilege looks like. Privilege means, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, that when you're in Morocco, you get a room with actual sheets where you do not have to step over some traveling football team to get to the only group bathroom where they assume that because you're a woman in the hall by yourself, you must be a hooker and wade through God knows what to use a toilet that hasn't been cleaned since God knows when. And that's when you put your little foot down in the muck and say, I will not do this again.
No, it was nice to be in a sterile environment. And
Sterile.
sterile
So-
enough for me.
Okay. Well, see, now there's a thing. Now, see, your standards have gotten more reasonable. It used to be that you wouldn't use any public restroom unless it was in a hospital. And now you're actually willing to use a public restroom in a fancy casino. And I call that progress.
That is progress.
Yeah.
That is progress.
We were on vacation, as you know. We went to Toronto. We brought mostly our own food because we've learned. We went to the Shakespeare Festival, and apparently Shakespeare was a great inspiration for many gardens in Stratford, inspired by Shakespeare and his love of herbs and flowers. However, Shakespeare should have been a little bit more into the culinary experience. That would have helped.
Shakespeare didn't eat vegetables.
Apparently, Shakespeare ate no vegetables, and everything Shakespeare consumed must have been very deeply fried. Very bad. BYOV. We brought our own vegetables, and that worked out.
We didn't have any vegetables in our cooler, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
Unless you call Pop-Tarts vegetables. It's fruit.
No, I don't. The small cutie lives near Koreatown in Toronto, which has about every block has a produce market. So we did pretty well
Nice.
there. Yeah. And then you can eat at a restaurant where they tell you they can make things vegetarian, but what they mean is we'll suck out every ingredient and leave you with hot peppers.
Oh,
Now, I don't mind hot peppers, but I like there
do.
to be something else in there and not just the hot pepper.
let's see. I go to the Thai restaurant and they have, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 levels of spicy.
I know you have 0.
Yes.
No, you.
0.
I know. No, I like it. So they're always kind of amazed. You really mean it? Yeah, I really mean it. But in this case, again, it's kind of like, what's the point of a fancy dress on a hanger? There's no one in it. It was like that. Like, what's the point of getting this dish made vegetarian, which your menu promotes, when all you've done is remove absolutely everything in the dish and leave me with hot, flaming hot gruel. So that was the one disappointing meal. But other than that, and the drive was nice, except that I almost divorced my husband on the way out of town.
Can you get a quickie divorce in Canada?
I thought about it. I cannot be the only person who has a spousal unit who feels that he or she knows more than the GPS navigation.
Ah,
And then as the spousal unit is advising me on the GPS navigation, he decides that, whoops, maybe the GPS navigation is right after all. So you end up halfway turning left and then correcting. And meanwhile, you're begging. You're begging, please, just let the phone talk to me. The phone is talking to a satellite in space. You should not be talking to a satellite in space, or I will have to have you institutionalized. Let the phone talk to the satellite in space, and then not to me, please. And after like the 7th time that I begged and pleaded to just be able to listen to the phone, and after about the 5th time that he had said, no, turn here, don't turn here, I lost it. And I think if I hadn't at that point been on a major Canadian interstate, I sincerely must confess that I would have just pitched him right out of the car.
what if we mixed our two crowds together, like the Shakespeare people with the music festival people?
Well, the small cutie noted that the crowd at the Shakespeare Festival at some points was really about the same age as the crowd that you saw at your festival, but very differently coiffed and attired.
I'm sure you wouldn't believe some of the outfits that we saw. I was very conservative compared to some of the things that we saw, most of the things that we saw.
Well, and then, as you pointed out, with the bikini-clad 30-something-year-olds, there were two shows that we saw that had a younger appeal and were also at a time of day when young people could reasonably have been expected to attend. And I can tell that there are not nearly enough teenage girls going to the theater, or someone would have told one of them by now that the row below you can see right up your skirt. If you are wearing a skirt that just covers your underwear, this is the kind of seating where the people below you exiting, at the approximately the same time or sitting at approximately the same time could just turn around and look. And I don't want to. I just want to make this clear. I do not want to look up anybody's skirt. I was forced. I didn't know where to look I was going to fall down the stairs or look up these girls' skirts. I have to get out. I can't. And
I almost got a tattoo, but Frankie wouldn't let me.
Good for Frankie. He didn't need you puking some more.
I wasn't going to puke.
You were going to faint.
I was going to close my eyes.
No, you were going to faint.
Yeah, I would faint.
Faint right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Listen. Oh yeah, and he did break his toe.
Oh yeah, how did that happen?
I think it was the night. It was the night that I left him and went up to our room.
Yeah.
And so I think that he might have had like a Budweiser or two.
Oh, okay.
And he came in the room and I was sleeping. There were no lights on.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really know. We suspect it was our giant cooler that he walked right into. But it didn't slow him down all weekend.
Well, at least it wasn't you. Usually, if he breaks something, it's either work or you that's responsible.
Well, it was his time to be broken and my time to be barfing. So
worked out.
We covered all the elderly,
all the festival bases there. Nobody had a bad trip though, so that's good.
And I got to dance all weekend, and that was fun.
Are you willing to dance within view of your husband and vice versa?
My husband makes fun of my dancing so badly. But by the time festival night 3 came around, he said I was starting to catch a little bit of rhythm. But when you have like thousands of people in a room, all I do is just look for the very worst dancers
and stand next to them.
Oh,
good practice.
Dance with them.
Good tip. I should suggest to the spousal unit that he stand next to a couple of people in our congregation and sing over there by them. Thanks for listening to the Turi Writers She Said What podcast. Assuming you like what you heard, you might want to leave us a good review and maybe pick up my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air, which you can get from your independent bookseller or that giant website that sells absolutely everything.